I have some very exciting goals and plans for the new year that I want to go over with you now that I'm out of my depressive episode, fingers crossed. But first, I want to play some Marvel Rivals, which has been my obsession over my Christmas break. Welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to a new year. I really hope you guys enjoyed the content that was posted while I was on my break. I'm happy to be back. Let's get into it. Talk about some of my goals going into the new year, and most of them are centered around like books, content, stuff like that, but I thought it would still be interesting to go through them anyways. One of my first goals that I've already talked about, I did a video speaking about it that you would have already seen, talking a little bit more about the goal itself. This is something that I always challenge myself to do every year, at least I have for the last 2 years, and I haven't done it, so I think it's reasonable. I have about maybe 15 on my list that I could read over the next year and get it down, so I don't think it's unreasonable to get it done. Another goal is to read every book that I get the month that I get it. I really don't purchase a lot of unread books aside from book boxes that I get that you guys may have seen me unboxing. I have been pretty bad about reading them the month that I get them, and I want to get better about that. I want to make sure that I'm unhauling regularly. I want to make sure that the books on my shelves are books that I'm truly in love with, and I want to be able to look at my shelf and feel good about every single one, or else I want to move the story on to somebody else. Another large thing for me is that I want to make sure that I'm reading enough through Kindle Unlimited, Comixology, and listening to enough Everand to make the fact that I am subscribed to them worth it. Comixology and Kindle Unlimited are $16 together. The average Kindle Unlimited book is $5, and the average Kindle comic price is $12. And then Everand is $12. The average price of an audiobook seems to be about $15. Technically, listening to one audiobook would make it worth it, but I want to do better than that. Aside from making sure that I am utilizing my library more, I do read a majority of my stuff from either the library or Kindle Unlimited, but one of the things that I used to love doing when I was a kid was going to the library and picking up a random book off of a shelf, taking it home and reading it. And I want to get back into that feeling. I want to start going to the library and just picking books off the shelf, not checking the Goodreads, not going for books that I've heard some other people talk about. I want to capture that feeling again. My YouTube goals, I would like to make 96 videos this year. That is 2 videos a week, and then extra videos here and there if I end up taking a break at some point. I would like to reach 1,000 subs this year. It's been a goal of mine for several years. I don't tend to talk about my YouTube goals just because, I don't know, my growth has been slow, whatever. If I get to 1,000 subs, that would be really cool. And I also want to be able to open memberships up on my YouTube channel because I have so many content ideas that I want to share. Memberships just open a whole other avenue, a whole place of people who care about me as a creator and want to get personal and deep and create an actual community. And so the idea of creating memberships and having more content for you guys and early access and a Discord and all of that sounds really nice, and kind of cultivating the community that I want. So those are the 2 big goals. I also want to strive for 1 long play every quarter. If you don't know what a long play is, it's basically most of the time it's no commentary, but video game videos that are like hours long. I currently have one up on my channel for Coral Island, and I don't like streaming. I don't like live streaming, but I do like the actual video game videos themselves. And so I would like to try a long play format and like kind of make a little series out of it and do every quarter. I couldn't do every month just because I quite frankly don't game enough on a single game to do something like that, so it would have to be like as far as journaling and all of that is concerned, I really only have 2 goals. I want to continue using my filofax and refining it. I already have my new theme and my journal set up for the year, which you guys saw, and I went through and made some new templates for it. And I also want to start a commonplace, and I want my commonplace to be about like space and history and things that I'm really interested in and want to do research on and want to write about. So I want to start a commonplace journal, or maybe several. In regards to social media, I want to be a little bit more active on Instagram. My relationship with social media outside of YouTube has always been a little bit spotty, but I want to get more regular on Instagram. I want to do more story updates. I want to do more feed posts, and I just want to get a little bit more active over there. And then lastly, kind of lifestyle wise, I want to start building my personal style. As someone who was poor a lot of their life, I don't really have a sense of style. I just have clothes that have been passed down to me. And so I just haven't really like found my groove, you know. I haven't really found like what suits me, what I like, and now I want to start building that up slowly. I'm thinking maybe like 4 staple pieces this year, like introduce 4 staple pieces of clothing. And then kind of along the same lines is I really would like to perfect my health and daily routine. I find that if I'm not in the routine of working out and 3 square meals a day and getting my protein and doing all of that, I find that I struggle to do it. But once I'm in a routine, I'm good. So those are just some of the goals that I have for 2025. I know that it's pretty minimal, not a lot of like big goals, but there's a lot going on in my personal life this year. Well, fingers crossed. We want to start traveling a lot more. We want to start going to tournaments outside of town, and so I don't want to put too much pressure on myself as I'm entering like this new phase, if you will. And so my goals are going to be pretty minimal, kind of like keep trucking along. Okay friends, it's time to wrap up this video, but I thought I would do like a where we're at going into 2025. I have been kicked in the ass by seasonal depression. It is the 7th of January and I haven't left my house in 3 weeks. So I'm here, I'm surviving, and there are certainly resources that I could use that I just am not, but we're going to stop that in 2025. We're going to be taking care of ourselves and using the resources that we have available to us. That being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to talk down below your goals for the new year, where you're at, what you hope to accomplish, or if it's just a simple survive year, I feel that as well. But let's talk down below. Don't forget to subscribe and consider checking out my backlist if you're looking for more content like this from me. All of my social medias are linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.